Jesus, you're too busy checking out the chick beside you or the honey beside you. That is what came to mind. Another one, this is a weird one. Fear. Do y'all know what I mean when I say fear?
Yeah.
Okay. Think about this then. Fear. If you're constantly scared of this or that, you're worried about this, you can't do that. Not trusting God. Yeah, you're scared about these different things that it's consuming your life. Or it's any emotion for that matter. It's any emotion. It could be fear, it could be acceptance. Acceptance could be like, if I'm not accepted, if only I could get this shirt, I can fit with everybody. If only I act like this, then I can fit in with everybody. If only I have this kind of hair strap, on and on and on. If it consumes your life, and you take too much time about caring what people think about you, then you won't have time for God. Which, everyone says that a godly person is the best person. So, an emotion or anything, it takes over us, it takes your time and your thoughts away from God. So, like Paul said last week, it's a craving. Your crown is your craving. What you want to be around, what you want to have in your life. Why can't that be God? So crowd is anything that takes your time, your thoughts, and your actions away from Jesus. What's your crowd? The second thing was, the man was touched. So, he brings her away from the crowd, sits him down. This man can't hear, which means he can barely speak, because you gotta hear him speak, like a bone thing, I don't know. So, he can barely speak, can't hear. Takes him away from the crowd, sits him down, puts his hands in the man's ears. How many of y'all have rose? That is disgusting. That they didn't have Q-tips either. His hand pull a candle out. Especially if he's deaf. He doesn't use it anyway. I would have been fine. So, what's a touch? A camp, a youth camp, a mission trip, fine arts, a good Hillsong concert, anything to where you catch fire. To where you're like, man, don't forget! Camp, and then two weeks later, yeah, I forgot. A month later, ooh, yeah, that guy. School starts, God, what? I'll go over here.
That's wrong. Man, that's right.
But true.
It is.
I'm talking to myself on this one too. That's a touch. We can't last on a touch.
That's right.
How many of you know that?
That's right. Good point.
A touch, we need something deeper than touch. We need something that has to last. Well, then what do we do about this? Thanks for asking. Jesus needs to spit on his fingers and touch our tongue. Figuratively speaking. But another thing is though, nothing happened when Jesus touched him. When he touched his ears, nothing flipped. Nothing happened. It happened when Jesus spit on his fingers, touched the man's tongue, and said, Ephphatha, be open. That's when something happened. That's when the miracle happened. Was when Jesus put his DNA. The DNA is Jesus himself. But the thing is though, you can still get touched by God and not change. You can still be touched by God and be the same person, have all the same baggage, act the same way, talk the same way, go to church, and say, yeah, I love Jesus, then you're at school, you're just touched. That's what we call religion.
Yeah.
That's religion. Do y'all get what I'm saying?
Right.
Whenever you get touched by God, and you get the DNA in you, that's a relationship. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Y'all follow me?
Yeah.
You hear me? That's the difference. We need more than a touch. There's a story that I heard about this bus driver, and he used to drive the kids, or like school kids, you know, to like sports games and everything. And so he pulled into the school, and it says, "School for the blind boys." He's like, wait a minute, let me think this. Where am I going? I'm going to track meet. I got a school for blind boys. These boys are going to come on the bus, I'm going to get sued, and it's going to be a mess. And next thing you know, you see these blind boys and the coach get up on the bus. He's like, am I at the right school? And they're like, okay, yeah, go to this school. And you're like, alright, whatever. So he drives to the school. Usually they would like drop this kid off at their meet or whatever, their game, and then he goes to the meet and then come back and get him. But instead, he stayed and watched, I'm going to watch the sports. And so next thing you know, he sees all the deaf boys, the blind boys, and the coach get off, and then he's like, he sits back and watches. And the next thing you see, these boys legit, they're all stretched, like, they're for real, they're about to go off the grade. He's like, how is this going to work? He sits there, he's watching, and so the blind boys get up and get ready, in their position. The coach is at the end of the finish line. He's like, wait. Coach is not supposed to be on the field. But he's like, no, why? Maybe this is different. Next thing he hears, the gun goes off. These boys start hauling, just but then he notices that one boy starts going like this. And then he hears Coach in there, here. He's clapping and yelling, here. And he's like, and then as soon as he heard that word, he goes, and so back. Even though there was 6 or 5 of the coach at the end of the finish line, he knew his coach's voice. At a very old moment that the crowd was making, and the other coaches and the other kids, he heard God's speak. He heard his coach's voice. That's why he stayed in his line. That's how he knew that's where he was supposed to be. They all ended up crossing the finish line without touching either one. Do you know your coach's voice? So, that's the difference. But see, the thing is though, the coach's voice thing, he had a relationship with his coach. Our coach is God, obviously. Do you have a relationship with him? Is to where you can be in the crowd and hear him without his thought? Or do you have religion? It's to where you hear him, but you don't know which one it is. Okay, me? I'm getting quiet. I don't have to get it back then. The next thing, third point, was that Jesus has DNA on him, the spit. Could you imagine if you go to Paul, like, man, Paul, I really have been looking for the Lord. You think you can pray for me? Yeah, sure, gotcha. Come here. It's okay. This church is weird. Thank you. They're going to try to spit up on me. But he did it, though. And he was healed. So, Jesus spit